All right, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Royal Court, where kings and queens hold court. Today, we're talking about the top 5 point guards. I'm DJ Drumtastic.
I'm Reef.
All right, y'all. So we're going to let you... No, we ain't even going to get into our top 5 yet. We're just going to talk about some point guards for a minute. Don't even talk about nobody on your list. Let's just talk about some point guards that is good, but they wasn't on the list. And I'm going to say, remember Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Johnson.
Played with Phoenix.
Nice.
Legitimate point guard. Didn't score a lot of points, but had a lot of assists, rebounds, steals, maybe 17 something points, something a game.
Yep.
So who would you say? Somebody that's not on your list but was good.
That's not on my list. That was good. I have to say Mike Beatz.
Yep. I got Bibby written down.
Yep. And
but you know what? Bibby was a score point guard.
Yep. The score.
So yep. You know I'm a Lakers fan. We lived in California, and Bibby played for who? Sacramento. Who did he play for? He played with Weber and them, right? No.
Kings.
The Kings, Sacramento Kings. When they played the Lakers in the playoffs, when they had Bibby, we hated Bibby because he would be dropping them jump shots left and right, passing. Yeah, Bibby's a good one.
Good point guard too. But at that time, Jason Williams for that team was a good point guard too.
That's right. They did play on the same team together.
Jason Williams.
Did they play together? Separately.
Maybe a couple of years or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't remember for sure. But I think he was older then. Beatz was older, and then Jason Williams came in.
But Jason Williams was a great passer.
Ooh, darn.
Passing the ball, doing a lot of tricks. He was like the white magic.
Yeah, right. Well, almost like the N1 part in there too. You gotta wait with some stuff, but it was a regular. It was cool.
One time he came down on a fast break and he dribbled around. He brought the ball around his back and hit it with his elbow.
Yeah, that was on the Lakers. What's his name? Autumn.
I think so. I don't remember.
He was in front of him.
Bounced it off his elbow. He would bounce it off his knee. Yeah. He was a great point guard. I liked for Philly, Andrew Toney. He came off the bench.
Okay. He was nice.
He came off the bench behind Maurice Cheeks.
Right.
But he was a scorer.
Yep. Iverson was a scorer too.
But
Iverson was a good point guard too.
He was a great point guard.
Yep. Yes, he was.
He was a great point guard. But they're not point guards really anymore. Everybody brings the ball down. Everybody wants to score. There's not too many players who want to assist. I would say now for today's game, I would say Russell Westbrook is a great point guard. Now they always talk about he throw the ball away. Nobody can win with him, but he's up there with the triple doubles. He's the triple double king right now.
That's right now. Yep. I'll have to say right now, you got Chris Paul.
Oh yeah. Oh,
he's
definitely.
Good point guard. Real good point guard. He's getting older, but he's a real good point guard.
He's the last of the legitimate point guards.
Point guard. Yeah. Yep.
That's exactly what he is.
That can coach at the same time.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Pointing around
Yeah.
Talking. Play great defense.
And play good defense too.
Yes.
Yep.
They don't have too many of those left. I would also say Rondo.
Ooh, Rondo. Rondo's another one, yeah.
There's a lot of point guards.
He just retired.
Rondo, I think so.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good one.
When I looked on the point guard list, the people that you see on there, you like,
You know, you got people forget about Penn Hardaway.
Oh yes, definitely.
Penn Hardaway was the good one too. Yep. And Tim Hardaway was the good one too.
Yes,
Tim Hardaway. He was so good guy too. Yep.
And Rod Strickland.
Rod Strickland. Okay.
Strickland, another legitimate point guard.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You know, there's another one called what's his name? T9.
Oh yeah.
Was a good point guard, and he can talk to him and coach at the same time too.
Oh yes.
He's a good guy.
He couldn't coach a team.
No.
Coach while he was playing.
Playing. Why are you playing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Nash was very good.
Yep.
He made his team was very good. Now you look at that team he played for with who was that? Who did he play? Phoenix.
He played for Phoenix.
With Stoudemire. He didn't have no great players, but he made everybody better.
Yep. But you know what? That's one thing about it. That's one thing. This is kind of hard because, you know, people say the top 5 players, everybody got their time. Every time is different, you know. And the guards, like you said earlier, the guards play different now.
Yep.
From back then to now. And they all want to do the Curry pretty much changed the game. Now for this generation, you know.
We got Norm Nixon.
Who that?
Norm Nixon played with Magic at the Lakers. Nixon.
Okay.
Nixon.
Yeah.
He was a good point guard, didn't score a lot, and he wasn't a real flashy point guard. But they have him in the top 50 for good point guards.
Okay. What's up?
What about Derrick Rose?
Derrick Rose in the beat.
But he kind of wasn't like a point guard. He was a scoring guard.
Yeah.
He passed. He was rebound.
Yeah, but now he's like a point guard.
Yes.
No, but back then before he got hurt, he was the. You know what? I think he was so mean with it. But I think he would have. I don't know. It just after he got hurt, he had to change his game. But he was the beast. Yes. And I thought he was supposed to be up there more, but he's still up there. He got hurt. Yeah.
Got hurt too much. You can't forget about the big O, Oscar Robinson.
Oh, no. Okay.
Now, honestly, he's not in my 5.
Okay.
I mean, not because he's not great. I didn't see him play. So I'm going with the ones that I saw play.
Okay, you know, you remember Barry Davis?
Oh yes.
And he was another guy, but he was coming in hard too. Like Derrick Rose,
Derrick
he
Rose
was another great guy too. Yeah.
Tony Parker.
Oh, Tony Parker was bad. Yeah.
Good passer, shoot good. What he got, like 2 or 3 rings? So
yeah, he's a good guy too. Yep.
They got Westbrook on the list too.
Yep. You also have we got Saucy Puller for Detroit.
Who? Chauncey Billups. Oh
he
yeah.
He was a great guy. He was a point guard.
He was
wasn't flashy or nothing. He coached at the same time, and he was the good point guard.
But when it's time to make some shots, when you going to give the ball to somebody that you know gonna make some shots, it was him.
Yep.
Because he was hitting threes when they needed him the most. He played real good defense. That Detroit team that got those what they get 2 championships. Very good. They were, in my eyes, one of the best defensive teams I ever seen. Them 5 together, they were, when they want to shut you down, they shut you down.
Yeah.
That was a great team.
Yeah,
I like that team.
I thought they were gonna get the. Yep, I thought they were gonna get the 3-peat, but they didn't get it.
Who beat them on that 3-peat? Who beat them?
I remember.
I don't either. But that team was great. I love that team.
Yeah.
Man, I love that team. That was a good team.
That was a good team.
So let me think of other point guards. Jason.
What about left-handed? Kenny Anderson.
Oh yes.
He was another guy. That was a good guy.
A nice lefty.
Yeah.
A nice lefty. Nice lefty. And we can also say oh shoot. I don't forgot the name now. The glove.
The glove. Okay.
The glove was a legitimate point guard.
You know what? That's crazy that you said that part. That we ain't supposed to be talking about our top 5 right now. But
we could talk about him. we probably almost got the same top 5. Okay, I'm gonna say mine. I got 3 or 4 for sure. I got not even number 1. My number 1 point guard ever is Magic Johnson.
Okay.
Magic. Then Isaiah. Then Stockton. And then I got Maurice Cheeks. And then my 5th would probably be Jason Kidd.
Oh, Jason Kidd. Oh, okay. Wow.
My last 2 is kind of iffy. But for sure, for me, Magic, Isaiah, Stockton.
Okay. Wow. You know what? We're pretty close with it. The one I have. We're talking about guards. We're top 5, and I'm saying that this guard is our point guard.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm saying point guards for real.
Guard, right?
Yeah.
And I have John Stockton, right? And I have Jonathan Puller, right? And I have Isaiah Thomas, and I have Magic, and I have Gary Payton.
Okay.
Those 5.
Okay. We're pretty close.
Yep, we're pretty close. Yep.
But it's hard. You really got to sit down and write them all down and think like,
Yep. But they all got the prime time, and they came in different years. So that's how everybody got a fan.
But when Magic came in, he changed the whole game. Everybody was like excited. He was excited. Magic was just way different.
Big, tall, smart, and he was the real point guard with the body, the size.
With the body, the size, his passing, his rebound. And one thing, when you play with him, you trusted him. You knew what he was gonna bring every single night. He was ready to play.
Yep.
And it was gonna be something magic was gonna happen.
Yeah. Yep.
Something magic was gonna happen.
Yep.
A lot of times I just go to YouTube and watch Magic highlights and just be like, unbelievable stuff.
Even all the guys that we're talking about.
Yeah, they all had great. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Isaiah Thomas. They talk about crossover and all that. Nobody was doing no crossover until after him. He was doing it probably was he the first one to do it the way he did it? The way he could just boom. Nobody was doing that.
Yeah.
But he wasn't doing that.
No.
Boom. He could dribble that ball like it was a drum.
Yeah. Right.
Now they just he was on top of that ball.
Right. And Tim Hardaway put that extra double crossover in it.
Yep.
That right there.
Yeah.
That changed it too.
That changed the game too.
Yep.
That changed the game too. Let me see. So who was the point guard? Okay, on the Chicago Bulls team, they had a point guard. They had B.J. Armstrong, Paxton, and Kerr. Steve Kerr. And they wasn't shooters. They just was there like, okay, Mike,
passing the ball.
Whenever you ready to pass for me, I'm ready to shoot. They was always ready to shoot. BJ was a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
A little bit more aggressive.
More aggressive.
You know who else was a good point guard? Danny Ainge.
Danny
Ainge. He was crazy. He passed pretty good. Danny Ainge. Boston.
Yeah.
He was a coach. He coached Boston. He used to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then
he played good defense. He really didn't score a lot, but he played good defense, and he would pass the ball and set up his teammates. People, you know, a lot of different generations think different for a point guard, but the point guard ran the team. He passed the ball. He made sure the players got the ball in their right spot so they could get to their spot to make their little favorite shot or whatever.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's more open.
Right. Nowadays, they'll go out the pick and shoot outside.
Shoot.
No, but John Stockton and Gary Payton, them two were the top. Well, John Stockton was the top number one, and Gary Payton was number two in picking roll. And they don't roll no more. Nobody rolls anymore.
I don't know.
They might pop out a little bit.
Yeah.
No.
It's a pick and pop.
Yeah.
A pick and pop.
Yep. But
pick and pop out. The big men don't go down and get the ball down low no more.
Now what they do is they come in here, they act like they're gonna set up the play, take off, and then dunk it or whatever, you know.
Just think if a team just came with that concept. You're like, okay, we're gonna start like this. You bring the ball down, you have a big man that's down low, put it down low, and everything just go from there.
Who does that? Well, Tim Duncan's the last one for someone to get the ball and do that.
Yeah, Giannis.
Ain't nobody else. All outside. 3-pointers.
They want to dribble to the basket.
Yep, that's why you see every time the centers do normally try to post up to get the ball and stuff to get in position. They'll just run while the ball they're shooting, you know, instead of trying to go get the rebound. Because they feel like it's gonna go in every time, especially with Curry. No. Yeah.
So who's the best point guard right now?
Right now.
Well, everybody would say Curry.
Who's that?
Everybody says Curry.
Curry.
But we're gonna talk about the best real point guard. I would say Westbrook. Right now.
Westbrook. No, Westbrook. No,
he's a point guard.
He's the point guard, but I don't see him.
Who's
the best? I have to say Curry is the best one right now.
But he's not a point guard really.
Guard. He's bringing the ball down the court and he's shooting a real point guard. Yeah.
How many assists does he average?
You know, he changed the game, so he's really a shooting guard.
Thank you.
He's really a shooting guard.
Yes.
He is. Probably bring the ball down the court and stuff. But
Westbrook is a real point guard that's going to get you 15 points, 10 assists, maybe 10 rebounds. That's a true point guard. Now, I'm not saying he's the best. I'm saying right now for a true point guard, nobody's better. Find me somebody.
I have to say Chris Paul.
Okay, I would agree with you.
But you know, Kyrie's another guy too. Kyrie is the beast with him, but he's more of a scorer.
Mm-hmm. But he can pass.
He can hand the ball. He can pass. But he's too. He want to score too. But if he would have, okay, like he's done a different team now, so he's playing with Dallas. So now he don't have to score that much, you know, because you got some good players on the team, so they can shoot too. But Kyrie is one of the best point guard too. But if I was the point guard, I have to say Chris Paul right now.
Chris Paul is kind of fading.
He's getting older.
Yeah, he's fading.
Yep. He's getting older. Yep. Yep.
I want to see what he averages.
You want to see what? Average.
He averages 9 assists a game.
9 assists a game.
2 steals. 4.5 rebounds.
Okay.
Let's go see what Westbrook's doing.
Who he play for now?
Westbrook.
So who he play for now? He played for
Clippers.
Clippers.
He's playing for the Clippers, and he still averages 7 assists, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. He's on a whole different team, and he's still close to the top. Now, who else do you say? Kyrie? Let's look at Kyrie.
He's a good guy, but I don't know.
He's one of the most consistent. Up until a couple of years ago, he was the most consistent. If he would have stayed on one team, he probably would have really been more consistent. But he's been switching around.
Yeah.
Who we looking for? Irving? Okay.
The team. Yeah.
6 assists and 5.5 rebounds a game for Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
Now, Luka. Is he a point guard?
You know what? He's one of my favorites, but I don't see him as the point guard.
Guess what his rebounds and assists are? 8 and 8.
Okay, but he's a student guy.
He averages 33 points a game.
He's really a student guy.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
But he's the point. He's got all the point guard numbers for today's game.
You know, everybody's the point guard now. You know, I
didn't think he was that high on assists and rebounds.
Oh yeah, he nice.
Let's look at James Harden. He's a point guard. A lot of people don't consider him a point guard.
You said
James Harden.
James Harden. Oh, James Harden. Yeah, he's like you too.
He is a point guard though.
Point guard too, but he too. Yeah.
And here's his average. Almost 11 assists a game and 6.5 rebounds. 1 steal, 21 points a game. They consider him a shooting guard, but he is a point guard.
Okay, we gotta talk about this too. What about the defense?
Harden.
No. Gary Payton have the defense. Has the guy. Real defense.
Oh yes, definitely. The glove.
The glove. Yeah. Yeah. Nowadays they don't really play defense like they should, because James Harden, you don't have to play defense because you're gonna score. You know. He don't go. It don't matter.
He just guards somebody that's not the best player on the team.
Man.
That's what he probably does.
We got another person that's the point guard from the Warriors. What they call him? Pooh, right? Pooh, right? And he's a pretty good point guard too. Yeah, for nowadays, no.
So let's look at Curry. He's 6 rebounds and 6 assists a game. 29 points. Poole is only getting 4.5 assists and 2.5 rebounds a game.
Oh, okay.
Thompson, he only getting 2 assists a game and 4 rebounds. So Curry's up there. He's up there.
He's up there. Yep.
He gets more rebounds than I thought.
Yeah, you know, you gotta follow the shot. When you shoot in the midst of it, you follow the shot. then put it back up. That's what God is supposed to do instead of the student is running backwards. The student run backwards like you think you can make it every time.
LeBron James is 7 assists a game and 8.5 rebounds a game.
LeBron James, let's say he's the guy too. Yeah, he's the guy too.
So everybody can be the point guard.
This ain't the game. But you know what?
So nowadays you like go look at like Luka. I'll go look like, well, he ain't the point guard, but he always have the ball. So he's the point guard of his team.
Well, Kyrie and Luka. Yeah. Like
he's the point guard. Now he could go somewhere else and he won't be the point guard. He could just be coming off the ball, catching and shooting, or getting the ball and creating. So it depends on what team, because they do have a point guard. Brunson. Ain't that his name?
No, you gotta think about it. You know, when Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, they both would doing the same thing, bringing the ball down and play point guard, and they really are number two. They're two, Kobe and Jordan, but really point guards and not really point guard. That's why they changed it, because of the height. The height helps for some teams, But
right. But they're just not the legitimate ones like it used to be. But there's some now that are good. They can score. And if you got some other guys around you that can shoot, then that's how you get your assists.
There was another player too that played for the Blazers. Number 0.
CJ McCollum.
Either, yeah.
Or Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
But Damian Lillard's the point guard, but he's more like the scoring point guard.
Yep.
Let me see how many assists. Let's see how many assists he gets.
Hey, you remember
Damian
Gilbert, Arena, and Steve Francis.
Steve Francis, yes.
He was another guard too.
Yes, Steve Francis.
Those two were good guards too.
They were great guards.
Yep.
Damian Lillard is 7 assists and 5 rebounds a game, and 32 points a game.
32 points a game.
And he's considered a point guard.
I always thought that if you're a 2-point guard, you're really not supposed to be making all them points. Especially you're supposed to be feeding everybody in the team. To let them score. Then you can go ahead and score.
Right.
That's how you really be supposed to be a point guard.
Right.
But
and look at this. The Joker. He's not a point guard. He's 25 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists.
10 assists, wow. That's a good one.
Their point guard, Murray, he gets 6 assists and 4 rebounds. He's a good point guard.
Yep, he's a good point guard.
But the Joker overshadows him. They don't talk about him as much as the Joker.
Okay.
But if you think about it, if you're a big man and you can pass, that's why their team is so good. Because he can get it in the middle, and then when you try to double, I haven't watched none of their games. I'm going to have to watch one of their games, see how good they are.
Yep. Nowadays, I'm going to have to really watch the younger ones, see what type of game they have, The time has changed, so being a point guard, you have to be a teacher.
Now look at this. I just looked at Minnesota just to look to see what their guards are doing. None of their guards are over 5 assists a game. That's Minnesota. They got Conley, and he gets 5. But there's some teams that don't have a legitimate point guard now. So they just float, pass the ball around. Anybody brings the ball down. The center.
Yeah, but most of now is the faster pace. It's a faster pace now. So now when you come down and set things up, they don't do that anymore.
They do only at the end of the game.
At the end of the game, if they win it. No, but it's all fast pace. Yep. And that's why I'm saying when it comes down to defense, there ain't no defense there.
No
defense there. So the game got thoughtful because you can't play no real defense like back in the day. So otherwise you foul out now if you play the defense that we played back in the day.
Yeah, a lot of the calls sometimes are like the refs are missing a lot of calls that should be a foul or shouldn't be a foul. I watched the game the other night and there were 3. Let me see. It was Minnesota versus Golden State. Minnesota's very good. They're big. They have Gobert and Anthony Towns playing at the same time. A lot. Or separately. Golden State had the game and they lost it. They threw the ball away twice at the end. But there were 3 flagrant 1 fouls. And it was kind of like somebody went for the ball and hit a dude hit Draymond in the face. They went and looked at it and they made that a flagrant 1. You could clearly see he wasn't trying to hit him in the face. Like you said, the game has changed. It's different all the way around. Still exciting. The 3-pointer makes it exciting because you could be down. You could be down by 12 points with 2 minutes to go and win the game by 5.
Yeah. But with 3-pointers for, like.
Well, we will agree we still got great point guards. So I have to say, thinking about what you said, I would have to say Westbrook is one of the top 4 or 5 right now. But if we talk about who's playing now, we have to talk about Chris Paul as being the one because he's been playing for so long. How long he been playing? 20 years?
Ooh, I'm not sure. But yeah, he's been here. He's been playing for a while. I don't know. He's up there.
We're about to find out.
Westbrook, he's getting older too, but he's still healthy. He's still healthy with him. Yep.
17 years.
17. Okay.
So he came after LeBron?
No. He was there before. Oh, I thought he was there before.
It says experience 17 years.
Okay. Wow.
Yep, it says experience 17 years. LeBron says experience 19 years.
Oh, okay. So LeBron been there longer than LeBron started straight from high school.
Yeah.
No.
Straight from high school. So, who is your number 1 favorite point guard of all time? I already said mine's Magic.
Out there.
Okay.
Out there is my favorite. For me growing up watching him, then I used to watch him to get better myself. You know what I'm saying? He's like my role model. You know what I'm saying? But I like him. And not only that, I met him in person too.
Yeah, mine was Magic.
Yours is Magic, yep. I met him in person too.
Me too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cool. Real cool.
His legs were longer than my whole body.
Yeah. I saw him in the Jeep.
In a Jeep?
In the Jeep, and was talking to my uncle while I was walking with my uncle that I'm in Los Angeles, walking to the beach. And then I saw him and he was talking to my uncle. And he was talking to me. Yeah. It was pretty cool. The cars was moving slow, we was walking. So, but you can see it when he was sitting down, you can see his knees was packed.
Yes. His knees is way up here by his chest.
Right.
That's because the chairs are so short and his legs are so long. I remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He always looked like he was taller than everybody, but he was what, 6'9". Get the rebound and go.
Yeah.
Bounce pass from all the way from the other end.
Yeah.
Nobody was doing that.
Yeah.
I can't pick nobody over Magic. I love the point guards, but I can't see nobody that even did the stuff that Magic did. Bounce pass with spin on it, and when it hit the floor, it come right up to your hand. It don't bounce go out of bounds. It just come up and you just.
Yeah. He was a great guard.
He was a great guard.
Yeah.
Excitement. That's all I can say. When I say Magic, just excitement. You know something great is going to happen. I feel about Magic how you feel about Floyd Mayweather.
Okay. Is that right? Okay.
You got a man crush on Floyd Mayweather.
I'm like that, but I say a time or two. Yeah. Man. Yeah.
All right, y'all. So thanks for joining in to the Royal Court where kings and queens hold court. Y'all, we had a great little episode of top 5 point guards of all time. So we'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Peace out.